This is the greatest show on earth. Any of you people out there that find humor in this, you're really a sick, vapid person. You got no soul. Do you think it's funny? Here's to you. Get bent. You people should be ashamed of yourself.
The first clip I have is, you did showcase Frank's health was at the beginning of your 23 minutes. I watched my 23-minute segment, and his health got really bad.
Is he okay?
Well, he made it to Doug's 23-minute portion, so he lived to that part anyways. But here is the first.
Stick around for the end where we find out if he's still alive.
So here's my first clip that summarizes my 23 minutes.
I was skinny. And hit him in the head with it. Who was like Eddie Haskell?
My brother. I asked my brother, I said, listen, why don't you just go?
Oh, no.
It's like just something out of a comedy show.
There's bugs
go.
crawling on his skin. What was that one?
Poor Frank.
He was like desperately clawing at his face.
That is my favorite part.
He just started tearing his skin off on Scott Baio's podcast.
He tears off his mask and slider there the whole time. He's like, ta-da! My greatest acting role ever, pretending to be Frank. Oh my god! Okay,
Frank's been dead for 10 years. It's been me the whole time. Jesus.
Now, as we all know, Andy, you are the consummate professional. You work with WATP, and you've learned from the best of how to do clip shows. So thank you for your great clip package. I have a clip package too. My intros might not be as solid as yours. I think I'll start mine, and we'll just kind of watch them as we go.
Through stuff on Rocky 3, and I just had a regular one. So
So what they're talking about here is Frank was one of the opponents on Rocky 3. So there's the Rocky 3 montage that happens at the beginning of the film, and Rocky's punch out all these other fighters with the Eye of the Tiger montage, and Frank's actually one of the opponents that Rocky beats, and so Frank and Sly are practicing that fight.
I've never heard this story before.
Yeah, so
Because Frank tells this story all the time. New listener.
That's right. So anyways, but what happens here, what's key though, that's the setup. So they're practicing the fight, but it gets a little out of hand.
we're just moving around. I thought we were just going to move around, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom!
Wait.
He hits me.
Okay.
You can tell Scott Baio has heard this story as many times as we have. You see him just like fluttering his eyes like, yeah, I fucking know.
The shot. I felt my nose go a little. I said, hey, man, cool. It's all right. And all of a sudden, you say, laughing. Then he comes in and goes, boom, boom, hits me again.
Apparently, he breaks Frank's nose, and then he comes in and hits Frank even a little bit more after his nose is broke. And Frank, being a Golden Glove boxer, not champion, but boxer, retaliates. And check out what he does to Sly.
Then all of a sudden, I caught him with a left hook, and I lifted him off the ground a little bit. Right. And then
he hit Sly so hard that he got lifted in the air.
It's those devastating body blows Frank delivers.
After he pummels his brother in front of the cast and crew, there's consequence to Frank when this happened.
War started. We started banging each other all over. And you see like the producers like Shardoff and Winkler trying to jump in the ring. Boys. And he's like, get out of the gym. So I was banned from the lot where we were rehearsing.
Are the producers typically on set?
That day they were, because the brothers were in the ring. That's a big day.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
So then after that, did he mess with you?
Well, no, he didn't talk to me for a long time.
So, like somebody else we know, Frank has this amazing ability of eliminating so many people from his life because of his behavior.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just about everybody, right?
The people closest to
musicians that he's worked with in the past no longer It's incredible.
Sly's the only one he didn't write off. For obvious reasons.
That's his meal ticket.
That's his meal ticket, literally and figuratively. Yes. So he says that Sly came up to him and said, "Look, you can't embarrass me in front of the crew. I'm Rocky."
Then he came over to the house. He goes, "You can't make me look bad, you know." You broke my nose.
Okay, so that's that story. So Sly was embarrassed that Frank beat him up in the ring. That's why he was banned from the set.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
of course. And Scott's never heard that one.
I was endeared by Scott. I have no problem watching him. Now, I'm not necessarily going to watch a show, but if Frank came back, I'd be very happy to watch Scott talk to him.
Scott is charismatic.
Yeah, I like him.
He can talk. He can tell a good story.
He seems like a sweet guy. He actually seems like a nice guy, and I like that. Sorry, maybe I like nice people.
He needs a new producer, but
yeah.
Other than that, good host.
Marble, spoon, knife.
Okay, so now Scott's talking about when he was with his brother. I have 3 brothers as well. Do you guys want me to tell you all the stories that me and my brothers have us beating each other up? Do you want me to tell you that? I bet no,
not really.
No, why would you? Because it's sort of the same story that all brothers have.
Yeah,
we all punch each other, but we love each other and hate each other. And look, that's sibling rivalry. There's a reason why that term exists. Scott's saying, yeah, we used to use objects that hurt each other. Frank, forever the story topper, talks about the object that he used on Sly.
I'd hit him in the head.
I did that with a sword.
Why does he have to one up? I heard
murder.
So Scott Baio led into this by saying like spoons and knives, like silverware, utensils, and Frank's got to 10 up him. I did that with a ninja sword.
And not only does he say what weapon he used, he actually reenacts Sly's reaction to the said sword fight. Here is his imitation of Sly's reaction to this.
My brother was picking on me, and we had 2 things they use in the bullfights, bandoleros, the things they stick in the bulbs with the ribbon. I put myself out the chair. I put myself out the chair. And he went, ran out of the room.
And we wonder why he hasn't received an Academy Award for acting yet. Come on.
It was like Eddie Haskell.
Who was like Eddie Haskell?
My brother.
Okay, so now he goes in the story of his brother was like Eddie Haskell, which I believe was the Leave It to Beaver friend.
Yeah.
That always hit on the mom. I'm not sure the connection that he makes here with Sly, but here it is.
Really?
Yeah, you act like around my parents. And then all of a sudden when they leave, he'd go to work on me and stuff.
So his brother, Sly just kicked the shit out of Frank every chance he got.
Wouldn't you?
Brother was the ringleader, and we'd all get in trouble because of him. Because he was a little reckless and stuff.
That's what my brother did the same thing.
What I love about Scott, what he does here is what he does, he's saying, I know. That's what I meant. Do you want to hear my stories? Because they're just like Frank's and Scott's like, I get it. Brothers beat each other up. Just because Sly is famous doesn't mean his assaulting you when you're a kid is any more fun to hear. He was your brother. He kicked the shit out of you. Welcome to everyone who's had an older brother.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're just describing childhood.
Exactly. Everybody who has a brother can relate to this and has their own stories. But that doesn't mean it's interesting for anybody to hear.
Nope.
So, Frank, you got into
music. I just want to show that. It's what is it you do? This is Scott's way of saying, shoot, I should have phrased this question better. Why are you famous?
You got into
music.
Frank answered it for music is what I'm famous for, damn it.
Very, very, very early.
What age does Frank say next? 6? 6 or 6?
How old?
6.
Why?
It's just natural. I just started singing, and then all of a sudden, you go to your grandmother's. All the kids go to her kids on Sunday. They eat the brajol, everything like that. Yeah. And I would sing, and people would go, "Oh wow, sing another one."
So he started singing at 6, whatever song that could have possibly been for a 6-year-old to sing, and of course the aunts, the uncles, and the grandparents. Oh, Frankie, that was wonderful, good, Frankie, good. And he's decided this is why he wanted to sing for the rest of his life here.
And I realized it was a good way to get attention.
You don't say. And I got a gold star on my report card.
Yeah, no kidding.
I turned professional as a musician in 1965, which is 61 years ago.
Wait a minute. You were what, 13?
So Scott's doing the mental math thing. Wait a minute, you're a professional at 13? And Scott, that's what I like about Scott. He truly is listening to Frank, but he's being kind of real about. So whoa. 61 years ago. So what? You were 13 when you became a professional? Do you remember what makes Frank say he was a professional? What is the criteria for Frank to say he was a professional?
Getting paid to perform.
Perfect. Let's hear about that first paying gig.
You were 15. What was your first gig?
First paying gig, we had a group called, I forget what it was. It was our first paying gig. Someone next door was having a barbecue, and my drummers lived next door. So we set up our instruments on the grass in the backyard and played. I think they gave all three of us like $5 for all of us. And that was our first paid gig.
How can you call yourself a professional?
He got paid. He actually considers that first backyard gig the beginning of his professional career. He says all the time he started at 15 being paid to play gigs, and that was day one. You know, when they write the biography of Frank Stallone, who is this guy, which I think is a perfect name for his biography. Let's be serious. I digress. The point is, that will be the story, that they put, Van Halen started in LA playing at high schools.
Yeah.
This is Frank playing in someone's backyard. Got paid $5 from his drummer's dad.
Just because you're getting paid to do something doesn't mean you're making ends meet or making a living at it. You are a professional, but there's a sliding scale of success.
How dare you?
For the folks listening, we have the unique opportunity of having a real musician on stream with us. So Andy,
yes,
you perform, and have you gotten
professional musician?
Have you gotten paid to play like clubs or bars or gigs?
Yeah, all the time.
So are you a professional musician?
No.
What the fuck?
I have another job that pays the bills that is not playing music. So
should take a page out of Frank's book.
Yeah, I liked when Scott Baio was doing the math on that, and it looked like he was cowering before the specter of death that was coming to take him away. He was like, "Oh!" I got a kick out of that.
And that was my thing, that.
Okay, so he talks about his career a little bit at the beginning of it, and he talks about his music career. And I had to rewind this part at least 3 to 5 times to is Scott saying what I think he's saying? And he is saying what he's saying. He's referring to Frank Stallone's music career.
Was my thing.
But that's gone. But that's gone now. Doing what you did is basically gone, isn't it?
That's ballsy. You don't say that to Frank.
Let's be real. You're a washed up has-been.
I couldn't believe. I was like, is that because? Yes, it is what he's saying. Because Frank, look at Frank's face here. No, actually, I better. Give me 1 second. I'm going to snip that right now. That's going to be the thumbnail for when I edit the show. Okay.
He's going into hard defense mode.
Well, it's funny. Scott says it's over now. Far from over? No, it's not far from over. Or it is far from over. Whatever I'm trying to say. This is Frank's response to that question.
Well, it's funny. I posted something on Instagram today. I was at a function out in, I guess it would be Lake Sherwood, that thing. And there are a bunch of people around. The girl had a guitar. She was playing. And some guy goes, "Frank, come on up and play a song." I said, I don't want to do it. So I just picked up her guitar and played a song.
No fucking way.
The people went crazy because...
Right.
So he was at some sort of function club party. And and I went to the Instagram video. It is there. It's go to Frank Stallone. It's on there. You can see him perform. If that's your term of crazy, it's debatable. I saw one teenage girl roll her eyes.
Was that the one? Didn't I share something to our group chat?
Was it the owner of the guitar that he walked up and said, "Let me show you how it's done, toots," and he just takes it away from her? And
yeah, because there's a woman that stands behind her that joins into the song, so she must have been the singer. And then the crowd did not go crazy. But I never heard of Gregory Jones. How dare you? He says, I feel like I can't believe anything Frank says. This dude is full of shit. No. We are trying to figure out who he is. He's telling the truth. I don't think this show is for you.
Without these stories
happened.
Gregory Jones, without these stories, we'll never find out.
Yeah, we have to hear the stories. We'll never find out. They could all be true.
And I played my reel, and I know it wasn't going good when the song was playing. And then they go,
okay. So he's talking about he's taking his 1970s. He had a band called Valentine. And he's taking his demo tapes to the record company to have them listen to it. And this was the response to his music that he gave to the record company. How dare you?
To the next song. Then I go, and they just speed up to the next song. Hey, thanks for coming, man. Just keep it going.
Oh,
and I still have all my rejection notices.
really?
Oh yeah, because I was young and I realized when I listened to the music I was writing, that I wouldn't have signed me either.
He said, I realized that when I was listening to the music I was playing, I wouldn't sign me either.
Does he tell the story about how he played at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance?
Yeah. He saved his family by rocking out.
It's a blues riff in B. Watch me for the changes.
Now, this part's fantastic. So Scott's going to ask him, hey, what record ended up signing you guys, the band Valentine in 1975? He does say the company, and I will say, I looked this up. He only got one record deal out of this company. And Scott Baio shares his story about said company.
Who signed you?
Eventually, RCA. By the time Staying Alive came out in 1983, I'd been around for.
Okay, do you see Scott's reaction?
There was a cut there, though.
I did a little bit of editing just for the sake of time and storytelling because Frank filibusters a lot. I want to get to the point.
Right now, he looks really excited about it.
Yeah. So when he hears RCA, Scott gets very animated. We'll find out why.
Close to 20 years.
Right.
That's definitely an overnight sensation.
Do you? Yeah, right. How about this, Frank? I hope this doesn't make you feel horrible.
But I want to say it anyways. Do you have any guesses what he's going to say?
I was signed to RCA.
Okay.
I had a deal at RCA, and I can't sing.
And he says, and I can't even sing.
Yeah. Like Stuttering John's like, I was on Atlantic Records.
Yes.
Yeah. They sound like they must make terrible decisions.
I did two albums on RCA.
Oh, you did double the albums. Frank only had one album with RCA with the band Valentine. And Scott was handed two without even asking.
You can see the moment Frank's heart breaks.
Yeah. The records just fall off the wall behind him.
I googled Scott Baio's first album. It actually charted where Frank's never did at that time.
Oh no. This is Frank's Ralph Wiggum moment.
1980, 81, and I can't sing, but I was on television a lot.
Staying Alive, and
okay, so now we fast forward here. He's talking about Staying Alive. Now we all know, quickly for those who don't know, Staying Alive was directed by his brother. The movie was directed by his brother, Sylvester Stallone. And he now talks about how he got his music on the album. Now, I know we've heard the story before, but get some details here that I've never heard before.
It was just weird how that whole thing came about.
Now, I thought that part was funny. It was very weird how me getting on the album came about. Yeah, your brother directed the film, but he still kind of refuses. He weirdly refuses to acknowledge that he is who he is to whatever degree that is because of Sly.
Oh yeah, he wants to tell you the hoops and the hurdles that it took for him to overcome, asking his brother to let him be in the movie in some way.
And that very story is oddly insults himself.
At that point, my career was in the movie Staying Alive. I wrote 9 songs in that movie and sang them. And I'm the only one that had hit records. I had that year was nominated for Grammy Gold.
I didn't understand what he meant by that. That year was the only one with the hit record. I Googled it. Have you ever heard of Billie Jean?
I was playing stuff, and then I find out they're doing a sequel to Saturday Night Fever. I'm going, wow, well, that sold $26 million.
This is very telling. So he recognizes that the first film was a big hit. Saturday Night Fever, Bee Gees, mega millions, mega album sales, huge hit. Thus the sequel that bombed all the same. But that's why they made the sequel, to try to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. Okay.
Double records. So that's, 52 million records.
Yeah.
So I find out from the grapevine, my brother's directing it.
I find out through the grapevine, my brother, that was an odd comment too. Like, your brother didn't tell you I got this directing job. He found out not by his brother. Their relationship is the weirdest relationship in Hollywood. These two.
It also shows that he's not plugged into pop culture or what's happening in Hollywood at all.
No.
Like,
he
he
meant
wants
the
you to
telephone
believe.
line, not the grapevine, the
Yeah.
phone line. I called my brother. I said, "What are you doing? Can I tag along?"
Oh.
He said, "Saturday Night Fever."
I thought you haven't seen my clips yet, Andy.
Oh,
So he does contact Sly.
And at this point, I'm desperate. I got nothing going. I'm 31 or 32. I'm going, boy, this is going to be my whole life dedicated to music.
Pick a different career. It's not working. It's okay. You try. It didn't work out.
Yeah. You get your CDLA.
My podcast gets no views, but I'm not using it to pay the bills. This is just for fun.
Saturday Night Fever sold 52 million.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So, I asked my brother, I said, listen, I know you got the Bee Gees. I know this is.
At this time, they had the Bee Gees. They were going to do the sequel again. He's like, look, I know you've got the big band, but just do this little favor for me.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can just get 15 seconds in.
He just wants a little bit of the pie. Just give me one song, one verse, one little note so I can get that 52 million cut.
one guitar riff.
Yeah.
Anything.
Okay, it continues.
Like, ding, 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 whatever. And the record sells. I could, make a few bucks. So he goes, well. So he's trying to not patronize me, but said, listen, why don't you just go?
Because your music sucks. He's your brother.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to come out and say, Frank, God, I know you're my brother and I'm directing this movie, but have you heard of your band Valentine? Yeah, nobody else has.
Right. This is when they invented the hidden track on that they used to always have on every CD in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's here's a song that we didn't want to admit was on the album, and then you have to listen to 15 minutes past the end of the last song to hear it. This is how they came up with doing that.
It begs the question, is it about the art or the money? Because
how dare you? It's always about the art.
Because all he wanted was 15 seconds. Is that really 15 seconds is enough to really display your artistry?
Frank is a man of simple wants and needs. All he wants is fame and fortune. That's all he wants. Okay, leave the man alone.
Simple. I'm sorry.
It's very simple. Two things. That's all he's asked for.
I'm just trying to get to know this guy.
He only wants fame and fortune. Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
He has a coffee fit here, and Scott, I think, is like, is he dying on my podcast face?
Should I dial 911?
Watch his face.
So listen, why don't you just go?
He's like, he's also thinking, because he's coughed so much. I think Scott's saying, I really wish we didn't do this live. I kind of wish we. Doug, you had to talk to one of your kids or something recently just now during this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you do?
I muted myself.
Yeah. Frank's inability to mute the microphone whenever he finds the mucus coming up is ridiculous. Yeah. It's actually kind of rude. It's rude to the podcast.
Yeah. Wasn't Scott Baio? I just got Arrested Development vibes from Scott Baio. Oh, that's right, because Ron Howard produced it. They were both on Happy Days together. Yeah. So wasn't he was
Scott the lawyer,
Bob Loblaw?
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. And that scene right there reminded me that I got strong Loblaw vibes from Scott Baio in that moment.
Bob Loblaw.
Yeah.
Why don't you go write some songs?
So now Sly tells Frank, go write some songs, and just go write some songs. Go play with your toys and let the parents talk about work
and see what happens. So basically, I was like, beat it, kid, you're bothering me, right? But
see what happens.
Short, they rejected everything, right?
So they rejected everything he did. They rejected.
The Bee Gees, for some reason, had a falling out, and they're done.
Because they saw the script and knew it was trash.
They wanted no part of it.
There's no way we're doing this garbage film.
They don't want to do it anymore. So now there's total panic. They're starting the movie.
No way.
And they have no Bee Gees, right? So they go to Hall & Oates, Billy Joel, and nobody wants to do it.
So now Sly's desperate.
Here comes Mr. Fifth Place to save the day.
Oh, man.
So all of a sudden I get a phone call. My brother goes, "Hey, remember those songs you wrote?" I go, "Yes, I do remember them. You rejected every one of them." "No, I forgot about them," right? He goes, "Listen, I'm going to have a meeting with John Travolta. So why don't you come to lunch? We're going to have a meeting with John and bring those songs. But don't tell him it's you."
What Frank should have done, is say, "Sly, screw you. I'm keeping these for my solo album. Have fun finding a singer." He should have had the balls, but he can't even tell his self-respect. He should have said, "You already turned me down. Now you're desperate. Find a Temu version of Hall & Oates at this point." Which I guess what Frank was. So I don't know. Find the Temu version of Frank. I can only imagine what that would be. Now, he tells Frank when we go to the meeting. Now, Frank takes this the wrong way. Sly told Frank when we go to the meeting with John Travolta, don't tell John that the music is yours. The reason being is I don't want John to think that he has to like the songs because I'm the director and I'm Sly. Sly's a huge star. He's the director. He wanted John to objectively like the songs. He didn't want John's opinion to be swayed by the fact that Frank was at the meeting. These were Frank's songs. Sly probably told, "Hey, John, my brother Frank, he's here hanging out with me. What do you think of this shitty music?" Yeah. So, but Frank takes it a different way. Check it out.
Boombox there. My brother goes, "Well, I found these songs." I go, now he's taking credit for it already before he started.
He's not taking credit. The point of the meeting was to not dissuade John Travolta's vote.
I found these songs in the garbage.
Do you get what I'm saying? How these people think?
Yes.
He says, I found these songs. Okay.
Stuff I found. Yeah, I said, okay. So he starts playing my songs, and Travolta's eating, and he's going like, "That's really good." What I
all right
realized, they were giving me this behind the scenes because they were taking all my publishing.
This is why Frank is poor. When he made a deal with the devil to have this big hit, the company, because he was desperate, gave him like $3,500 or something, and a writer's allowance. And I don't know how much that is, but I guess it's not as much as the publishing one. He gets nothing for these songs.
No, because he gave away the publishing rights.
That's right.
He got a resume builder.
Yeah, he's the songwriter, singer of Far From Over, but he doesn't see a penny from any of the streams.
Fair.
Yes.
No.
They take all.
Scott's like, no, I get the
all your publishing.
They took all your publishing?
Everything. The 100% of my publishing. The only thing I got was the writers. And I knew they were announcing the Oscars.
Okay, so here he is talking about the Oscar nominations, and he'll mention it, but at the time, he's trying to say that the 5 songs that were nominated for Best Song for the Golden Globes, and the Grammys were these certain 5 songs. So he gets all really butthurt that when it comes to the big show, the Oscars, now he's not a part of that nomination anymore.
While I'm doing this, I get a call. The guy goes, "Your brother's calling." And I'm figuring, like, someone die? Well, the only one that died was me. They said, my brother goes, "Yeah, I got bad news for you." I go, "Who died?" He goes, "Your career."
See, did that really happen? Would Sly really call him just to say, "Your career is now over because you didn't get the Oscar nomination"? Like, is that how that works? Has every non-Oscar nominated artist not have a career after that? That doesn't make sense. You get
who built it up in his head that he even had a fucking chance?
He did.
Oh, that's awful presumptuous.
The only person that would ever believe that it could even happen would be him.
For a movie that nobody remembers. Okay, was Staying Alive nominated for Saturday Night Fever? Was that an Oscar-nominated song? Not his song for Staying Alive. Was Staying Alive nominated for the original?
Oh, I think so. Probably.
Yeah,
that was a huge hit too. Yeah, I would assume it got a Golden Globe or a Grammy or both. Yeah,
right. So he's thinking samesies. Right, I'm gonna get nominated because Staying Alive was nominated. Good.
From Seth there from your channel, Andy. If hard work paid, the donkey would own the farm. Yeah. I love that.
It's a great comment.
He says, "You didn't get nominated for the Academy Award." I said,
There's that silverware. The Scott slamming his silverware on the table.
Are you sure he's not like handcuffed to that desk? Chains rattling around.
George is running the show.
Yeah, George
House arrest.
I said, "What?" So here comes the Golden Globe.
This is very telling about their relationship. This is the last story.
And the Golden Globes are very corrupt. It's European. Yeah. Okay.
European. I don't know.
They hate Italians.
Yeah.
The Golden Globes are, those Europeans, those dirty Europeans.
My brother goes, because he knows it. He goes, if I go to the Golden Globes and announce you, 100% you'll win.
So he's saying that if he tells the Golden Globe committee that I will announce the winner of the best song, they'll
change their decision.
That's right. They'll change their decision based on Sly's appearance to give it to his brother. So this is what's crazy. Apparently, Sly offers this inside trader knowledge on how the business works to Frank. Yeah. And this is Sly's response to his own offer to Frank.
I said, well, go to Golden Globes. But he didn't.
Right.
He said, if I was showing up to Golden Globes to be a presenter and be there, I think you might have won.
So you'd only win if I allowed it.
He's delusional.
Yeah. What did you think of that package? I mean, it's a bit of a big one, but there's some gems in that one.
You have a lot of nerve calling me out for the amount of clips that
I'm sorry. The time was only 8 minutes, and I thought I'm sorry.
You want to clip everything because everything he says is stupid and insane. I clip and then I edit, and it's like we don't need that. We don't need that.
I know, and I took stuff out of my clips, so it's like, oh, okay.
So I think all these shows are going to start falling by the wayside because I think people just don't want to hear it anymore.